Good Sunday morning. Is June 1st, 2025. Yep, we're already almost halfway through the year. Pretty crazy. Also, what a chilly night last night. Lows got into the low to mid 40s. Very chilly. One of the coldest nights in DC's history with the upper 40s. Something else is going on. The northern lights could be visible tonight. Definitely something you're going to need to watch. One contingency here is this haze you're seeing outside right now that's pretty thick is Canadian smoke, and that may be something that can hinder our visibility tonight, so that could cause some challenges. I'm hoping not. Awesome pictures coming out all last night, even if you were up early, like from 3 to 4 a.m. or so. You may have even been able to capture it, at least on camera, even here. Saw some great pictures that happened last night, overnight. And so, yeah, could be another amazing event. Very excited. Very, very excited. Also, after a cool start, we are going into summer. Summer is going to hit about midweek. And yes, Wednesday and Thursday, we could see 90s. If not, the temperatures will at least feel like the 90s. And then maybe some more showers and storms as we head towards weekend again. Welcome, because we still are in a drought, although we're pretty close to breaking it. So I'm very excited about that as well. Here we go. As you can see here, we're really dry. We're on the east side. I remember telling you guys this all winter. We're on the east side of the high. The high is pushing in cooler air to the east. Some weird thermal, like the heights here is pretty interesting. But as we move forward here, we're going to see the high move a little bit to the east. We're also seeing as it moves to the east, the winds will shift out of the south. So tomorrow and Tuesday will be the last kind of pretty okay days before humidity returns and southerly winds kick up to a summery midweek. Highs on Wednesday and Thursday into the upper 80s to probably around 90, maybe even a couple low 90s in the region. Heat indexes will probably push up there into the low to mid 90s. Watching this disturbance here down in the south to see if it influences us at all. Don't think it's going to do too much, but it will increase moisture continuously into the region, so the humidity is just going to be a bear all the way through Friday. And on Friday is when we get our next chance of showers and storms. Friday into Saturday, into Sunday. Right now, this high to the north is going to kind of push that down. It also will bring relief from that warmer heat that we saw move through here, because this high is going to kick winds off the ocean, so that rain could hold off until late next weekend. We'll have to see. I mean, this is still far out, and I think it's having a hard time. After that, it's kind of an unsettled pattern for a bit, but it doesn't look super wet until maybe next week sometime. We'll have to just see how this comes together. I don't like the look of this. I don't think the models really understand what's going to go on. I do like the look of this, where highs are coming back into the region, because that means temperatures are not going to be quite as oppressive as they could be. So look, the GFS is relentless on saying that something's going to happen down in the Gulf of Mexico with a storm. We'll have to watch to see if that even comes possibly true. It could impact us at some point. I don't think it's going to come true at this point, but I don't know. It's so persistent, it's crazy. All right, let's really quick look at we're going to look at a few things. First, we're going to look at the overall temperature anomalies to see how we are. Of course, we're cooler than normal today, and that is just great. Into tonight and even tomorrow, we stay below normal overnight, but you can see the temperatures overnight are still chilly, but then finally warm to near normal or even slightly above normal. By Wednesday, we get this, look at this, 9-10 degrees above normal. Remember, we're in the 80s now for highs, so 10 degrees is a good push up towards 90. So that's both Wednesday and Thursday during the day, but then you see the cooler air is trying to come back in here and knock those temperatures down. Not terribly, not much, but a little bit into the weekend. And then, of course, that just depends on precipitation. So it looks kind of near normal unless we get some precip around. It's kind of what I'm seeing. So I'd say the trend is kind of to stay pretty close to normal after we have a couple hot days, and then we'll have to see what happens with the tropical system later in the week. What are we looking about for our moisture? It's going to be probably a little bit more drier of a period. Just because of the way that things are shaping up. We're not in the troughiness, which was that cooler air with potential storms sliding along it, but still maybe a half an inch or so of rain is possible over the week, especially more if we get a thunderstorm or something towards the end part of next week. That's after the heat comes in. We'll be dry. today, tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday. It will be Thursday night, Friday before we probably see a chance of maybe some thunderstorms. Even on Thursday, because once we get hot, up near 90, and we get a lot of humidity, we could pop some afternoon and evening showers and storms. All right, let's look at that smoke to see what we could be dealing with here. Okay, so this is showing the smoky forecast here, and you can see that it's already, over us even right now. This was a little bit earlier. This is a short-term model forecast. Oh man, I should have put in motion here. Sorry about that. So right now we do have that in here, and you see that it gets pretty thick as we head through the middle part of the day, and even really, really thick as we head into about 4 to 8 p.m. And then it starts to lessen some again and kind of push out of here. We can hope, because it's going to be overnight during these hours, that we would be watching for northern lights. Again, there's a forecast for where the smoke will be overnight, and so obviously that could hinder our viewing of the northern lights. And I mean, it's like I said, right now here it's already in this kind of grayish mode, and that's what you're seeing already outside, and it got really thick here about now, and it's going to even continue to get thicker. So we could see some reddish sunsets here tonight, and then that may turn into some northern lights later. So we'll have to see, but that's kind of what we're looking at for the smoke forecast. All right, that's everything. Have an awesome Sunday, an awesome week. Get ready. Welcome summer.